It is Friday, 20th of August, 2021. It is 24:25 after 4 in the morning. And we can see the sun being risen. What's going on? Survived the first week of college. Turn on the news and watch all the open news. And I'm supposed to be happy that I survived the first week of college. Despite all the technical difficulties that's been happening out of college trying to get out of the COVID nightmare. The COVID nightmare strikes its rear ugly head again with its variants now. Still continuing its madcap way of burying humanity. And we still can't see past our own damn noses or anything else for that. Plus the fact in the COVID nightmare since we decided to leave Afghanistan after nearly 20 years of occupation over there. Since starting our madcap war right after the bombing of September 11th. The horrible thing about this when the anniversary was coming up, for the entire year people have been selling stuff to commemorate the 20th anniversary. I'm shaking my head in complete disgust and I'm just disgusted over marketing and tragedy. But the thing of it is, if I have to look at it, is we actually had something tragic happen that theoretically brought our country together. We're supposed to be happy and patriotic about it, and I'm not. We're dealing with the after effects 20 years later. It's like dealing with a 20-year-old hangover. We just haven't been able to dump enough aspirin or antacids just to get rid of the yucky feeling we've been dealing with all our lives. The anger, the hatred, the vile crap going on that we spewed out, spewed right back over to us, and we kept spewing like crazy. It's a gross analogy, but looking at all the damn history going on right now as it is for the past 20 years, we might as well consider that a consider possibility. As I said before, a gross analogy as it is. I try to come across like a damn guru and a professor at this point over here. I'm not. The guy just looked at too much history. The guy observed too much history. Survives too much history. And I have to keep reporting on history. News media stations will do their own versions of what history is, but personal context of it, of how things are going. Just look at YouTube for all the videos out there, if they're actually allowed to be stored on there. There's a terms and conditions of what people would be allowed to store in a format that would be pleasantly acceptable or not. Despite the anger, despite the outrage, despite the ire, despite all the things we felt towards each other and everything and everybody else. The world changed. I know the world was constantly changing, we didn't even realize, we didn't even want, but unfortunately we had to deal with the consequences of those changes. It's one thing when market changes and takes out my favorite stores, restaurants, and everything else. The other thing happens when you have a geologic event happening in your lifetime, many of them, that destroys some of your childhood fantasies or your childhood memories of going to places left and right, and suddenly realize that they're closed for business permanently and not coming back. You look at economic turnovers and changes, and you just can't fathom what the hell you're supposed to do next, or how you cope. I'm trying to deal with that myself. But then, terrorist situation happens, brings out a hell of a lot of ugliness that had been buried alive and simmering for some people and sometimes some others. It's just simmering and bubbling in there and just decided to spew all over the damn place like a volcano you never expected to erupt right in the middle of your own damn town or your damn self. And then you're seeing the output and you're seeing your own creation coming to life. It makes you sick to your stomach. And then you continue on with the damn spewing of the crap. You don't like other people because what happened. And you see, landmarks getting blasted left and right, torn apart, people dying because they're trying to protect from lunatics hell-bent on destroying your form of government. And therefore you have to go on one path forward. Find the leader, find the followers, find them all. The witch hunt and pitchforks and the torches are out. So it's storm every damn building, burn it all down, looking for your enemy. You can't even bother looking in the own mirror. Sometimes your own enemy is your own worst nightmare. It's not you, man. It is you. But other times, there's other people that you want to blame things on. Even for the ones that haven't caused it. The tragedies that happen, doesn't matter, they're representative of it anyway. One way or another, they're your worst nightmare, therefore you have to go after them, because that's the way it's supposed to be. So you go inland in different countries, left and right, and you bomb the shit out of them. You burn villages down to the ground. Try to install another government in one particular country after they're saying they're just not getting beheaded. To another country that's supposedly hiding this bastard and didn't. But you're going to tear the country apart looking for him anyway. But then you see what protected him. And then you made him your enemy. Worse off. And for nearly 20 years you stay in roads, you stay in the country. You try to make things better for everybody else in your own view, your own viewpoint. What they would commonly accept. And they'd be helpful and be grateful for it. You find a bastard that caused part of your misery, kill him. Come back to another country, back to the same country you invaded and stay there for a while. You can't make it a living out of it. Until one day, when there's too much political turmoil happening at home and the pandemic is scraping and tearing everybody else apart, we decided that's enough. Pull it back. We can't do this, we can't do that, we can't do this, we can't do that, because emotionally, physically, it's costing us everything we have. But the other people are appreciative about it, they got used to the damn thing. That they can't even take care of themselves, they're dependent upon us too much. So here we are, boys and girls. The pullout was more violent than we thought. Because we caused more damage than we realized. And then the same enemy we tried to fight is coming back in and laughing their asses off. Realizing that we have to be a country of our word and not given the opportunity to take care of those who've actually taken care of us in this world. We have to duck with our heads down, tails between our asses, and just leave. Here in the great American country is now just as screwed up, and have to use this terminology, effed up, as everybody else. Our own high and mighty ideals of being an American, yet other people still try to pretend that they still are. The glory days of the empire gone. Our damn head games. They still try to continue on. It's no wonder people like me try to study history and try to make comparisons left and right. Because that's the only way to do it, to measure what the hell we've done, is by measuring up the history of the past to what we have right now, in order to face up what's happening tomorrow. We can't deal with that. We can't even look in the mirror at ourselves, look at ourselves in the camera, and lie to ourselves about things. This problem is the camera is an impassioned witness, but only to a point where it's selective, because you had to select the target and only to watch what happens. So using terminology of view all the time, the point of view. It gets to me, so people start making an anniversary of a tragedy and want to make a capitalization of the damn thing. We'll make money. We'll sell t-shirts, we'll sell pins and posters. Where were you on this tragic day over here? And the only thing I want to do is just take a baseball bat and have fun with it. Tragedy after tragedy, we've got to make it into a damn sales gimmick. All these damn things I've seen online. They want people to remember with the tragedy and continue with the pain. All I want to do is move past the damn pain and try to rebuild, but we can't. We're stuck on stupid. We're stuck in the past. We're stuck with the chains and the balls. We're stuck with the overseers and the overwatchers still whipping our backs. We look in the mirror and they're still us. We're stroking our own fears. We're stoking our own damn fire, our bitterness. Tell ourselves we have to rebuild, but until we get rid of the ignorance and the arrogance and the indifference that we had, except for the things we had to take, we never took responsibility for. I don't think we ever will. We'll never be free of it. We will never be part of something. We'll still be just as petty and vindictive as everybody else. The hell of an observation to have. The hell of a thing, because people will scream and yell at me and say, how dare you say that? I dare. Because we've done it before, we'll do it again. And not just one country, but ourselves as a race. And not just a skin color, we're talking about the human race. Seeing the death and tragedy is one thing. Seeing about an economic and political upheaval happening, and then you see nature at its worst, trying to challenge us to make us feel better by trying to make us be better than ourselves, and we can't be that. We can't be charitable and kind at the same time, because we're still hunting for enemies one way or another. And here's a situation where nature strikes at us with disease, pestilence, quakes, and hurricanes and storms. Countries that struggle for political identity, for economic survival, dependent upon others to help it out, and yet we can't even helpless countries survive anything else but our own arrogance and stupidity. Nature has a way of humbling mankind when we least expect it, or when we think we least need it. Even the constant pestilence concerning about a damn bug, the disease of it. Bad enough dealing with flu epidemics, smallpox epidemics we had past. Surviving that through our own damn dark ages, actually centuries ago. We considered ourselves enlightened spirit, enlightened species. Shit, we were only fooling ourselves a short time. I put things too much in different perspectives at this point up here because I'm seeing what's happening these days. And I'm not quite sure if I've seen the best or worst of nature, because they're looking like the same damn thing to me. We can't get up our dead asses. We can't get up our collective mindsets to take care of the things we really need to. We can't be wholly humane about things. But they have political agendas. The surviving viruses and pandemics regarding viral outbreaks, we have to be political about it all the damn time. Save our own political asses, because that matters more than anything else. Save political figures or the ideal of it, because they're going to help save us while we're dying in the hospitals by the millions. No beds for you, boys and girls. No ICU, no CCU. No isolation places, because they're all filled up. Why? Because people had to be stupid. They had to be stupid. And now we're seeing it. Now we're seeing the results of that, and we still blame the other schmucks. We can't blame ourselves for it. We can't even take responsibility for all the actions. We've got cities filling up with the morgues. We've got cities filling up with body bags. Hospitals nearly at brinks, or at the brink, or past the brink. They have to use parking garages for temporary shelters for the sick, for the needy. Now, who's to blame for it? We blame the brown-colored skin, the white-colored skin, the yellow-colored skin, the polka-dot-colored skin. We blame the skin color for it. We blame the political ideology for it. It's the Trumpers' fault. No, it's a libtard's fault. It's a vaccinated fault. No, it's the unvaccinated's fault. Desperation happens these days when pullouts are ordered to get people out of the country. 20 years in road. 20 years making a relationship and then violently pulled out. I hate to sound gross about this damn thing, but there was one thing that was really gross about it. Try having a 20-year-old orgasm. And then it's gone. And not because of the sexual nature of the damn thing. Try imagining if you had something good in your life and you didn't want it to stop and you got addicted to the damn thing. So it's gone. Then what do? You go through the withdrawal symptoms. You feel like you're not worthy because you just got withdrawn from the damn shit. You got so damn addicted to the damn thing you couldn't even stand up by your own damn self. So now you blame everybody else. You blame for the guy who invented the damn thing, who shoved it in you. That you got used to the damn thing. Consider it a drug. An alcohol of sorts. A foreign substance that was supposed to save your ass. And then when you get used to the damn stuff and then they pull out, you can't even be bothered being truthful about anything or everybody. Not even for the dealer who sent you the damn IP in the first place. No, we're supposed to be the good guys, right? We're supposed to be the good guys. You guys were supposed to be saving your ass for over 20 years, and then you don't do shit about yourselves because you got so damn addicted to our own good generosity that we can no longer afford to do the free ride, and we take it out. And the price is total dependence. It's like a drug. Addicted to many types of drugs at this point, I don't care. We can't even get past the damn shit. We can't. I can't even look at myself in the mirror these days and call myself American. I might as well call myself a Roman citizen and be ashamed of that damn shit. Because what did we be, or what were we as Roman citizens? Decadent, dependent, fat and lazy. Watch the movie Spartacus with Kirk Douglas. Listen to what Douglas's description of the Romans are. That's what the Americans are. We're sitting there haughty and arrogant. We don't even realize it to ourselves or to anybody else. We think we're better than everybody else. We're the elite. But then there's got to be another elite, to an elite, to an elite, to an elite that goes up the frickin' ladder. We're supposed to be used to it. We're supposed to be taking care of this. We're supposed to be. We're supposed to be. We're supposed to be. But we can't even get that past our own damn skull, can we? No, we can't. Because this is something we can't even get used to, is it? People will actually come into our country and be amazed at what we have, and yet what we don't have. We bitch and gripe about other neighbors trying to kill our world one way or another, environmentally and human spirit wise. What the hell have we been doing to ourselves? Try to show ourselves as pious, religious, think we know better. Sometimes I'm ashamed of wearing a national color because I realize, despite all the good we've supposedly done, how much damage we've already done to people. We're no damn different than the fucking Romans back a long time ago. I apologize for it. I'm not holding it back sometimes. But yeah, some things I put out there on YouTube because it has to be appropriate for it, and other times it isn't. I'm so damn dark and depressive that people don't even want to listen to what the hell I gotta say. Because it might piss them off enough to understand what the hell they are. They don't look at the damn shit. They don't look at themselves in the fucking mirror. Because that shows them what the hell they are. They want to make sure that they're showing a nice, pretty light. The problem is, the pretty lights have been broken. You gotta deal with the regular light in front of you. You gotta deal with the broken shards of a damn glass mirror, a kaleidoscope that you've been looking at yourself in the mirror, thinking that you're all better than everybody else. Not. The idealism that our ancestors had fought and died for, we're so damn decadent we don't even realize what the hell they are. We argue with them among ourselves. We take baseball bats and guns and go over to other places saying that we're law-abiding, we're going to follow these laws while kicking people's asses left and right and threatening to kill them. Or how about going over to an outside political building or a records building and threatening to blow things up? Going on a ranting and raving on social media because you need to get it out, you want to tell people about it, you want to tell the president, you want to tell this and that. Shit, give me a fucking break. The elected leader, he said he was going to be making changes left and right, doesn't. Because he's too damn ashamed, too damn afraid he's covering his political ass. Meanwhile, the political enemies that we tried to keep out of office, instead of for another term, the guy has laughed his ass off and made deals with every other schmuck out there. He's laughing his ass off because of the things he self-set up, and not to mention the people who kept continuing to do other things to him. It just gets nastier and nastier. No matter how many times you keep trying to look at it or trying to analyze it or trying to describe it, I just don't see the hope sometimes. Sometimes I think it's con job. Because we have yet to realize it and acknowledge that all this shit is happening on our own damn watch and we don't even own up to the damn fucking shit. None of it. And if any one of these things actually pop up there, any one of these damn videos I do pop up there and actually strike a chord with somebody, I may be a fool and idiot telling that person what kind of a screwed up country we are, or a screwed up particular type of being out there in the universe that can't get his ass from a hot rock, didn't give a shit about anybody, didn't care about the next schmuck next to him, because we kept calling him a schmuck, because they weren't like us with a damn egomaniac or with a damn head game going off, that thinking that we're better than everybody else. What happens if we actually meet somebody who's better than us in every which way? Now we're going to be looking at the saviors, or we're going to be taking a look at him with pitchforks and torches and ready to torture his ass, because we're too damn scared of him, because it reminds him of what the positive nature of us should have been, and we can't even deal with that one. And for some of us who actually made sense of it all, probably die off because we can't even deal with the real world, either by suicide or by death rate, one way or another. We think we're going to heaven. I think we're going to our own hells to roast. I'm not happy. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling that we haven't even acknowledged or admitted to anybody else that we have done this to ourselves. As a race, we screwed our planet up, or screwed the animal races off, we're killing them left and right, with indifference, with ignorance, with our arrogance. We're killing the planet, we can't even solve it, I can't even do anything about it except talk about it. Talk to future generations how fucked up we are. About how much hope we've lost. And we don't even realize it because we're still playing head games. I see the tragedies happening. I keep reading the tragedies happening. I keep rereading the tragedies happening in our damn literature that we write. My own damn breathing issues are getting worse. Spores, molds, and fungus settle in the damn lungs and I'm fucked. But I'm supposed to live. I'm supposed to be talking. I'm supposed to be a witness to history right now. In my own words and my own viewpoint. I valued myself a long time ago with a hell of a lot of ego and arrogance and indifference and ideology. Youthful way of looking at things. That I'm going to be a good writer. Like everybody else out there, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Yeah, talent goes so far. You have to develop the skills necessary to explain yourself, to write about things. You may have the imagination, but you don't have the perception, you don't have the context. You don't have the context, you haven't lived enough. And by the time I lived enough, probably shake the living crap out of the other kids. There was no way in hell you could have predicted or written about anything like this. There's no way in hell. And even if you happen to study the history books, it may have given you something to work with. The problem is, or maybe you shouldn't have, to avoid what we should have been doing in the first place. But we put ourselves in those situations. We write about ourselves in stories and fictions and then watch them come true in reality. And we wonder, what the hell happened? Why did we write this? Because we were predicting our own damn issues. We studied ourselves. In order to study ourselves, we study history. We study the past behaviors. We don't even realize that the behaviors have already started a pattern long ago. Recycling of the universe, recycling of things. We try to put things in a different perspective and philosophies. And studying a math class that I'm taking right now is supposed to be practical to everyday life. You're doing something of philosophy in there, about reasoning, about facts, about truth, about validity, about certain arguments are supposed to be one way or another. Reminds me of the damn philosophy class I flunked out in because I couldn't understand this one particular instructor. He was screwing things up in logic so damn badly, I don't even understand what the hell he's talking about. Yet go into a math class and it's still the same damn stuff. It's still the same head games. This is supposed to be math. Math in everyday life. We're talking about logic. Not math and practical. It's more like math disguised as philosophy. Or algebra disguised as philosophy. As far as I'm understanding it, we screwed ourselves over one way or another with our so-called logic. We're supposed to understand what different forms of logic are. Well, we can't even go by our gut instincts. We try to be intellectual about shit, about things, so we can be lettered and we can feel like we are accomplishing stuff. The problem is we haven't been. We've just been playing the academic head games. It's one thing to study about politics and law, about human behavior, about psychology, how it works, human physiology and how it works, so we can describe how, what, where, why, other things. We try to kill ourselves one way or another, or kill the other person. We have to find out and explain things why. What goes on in a human being, what goes on in the human soul. We have to be lettered and expert in things. I think we know better. I doubt it. We gave up trying to figure ourselves out and try to be human a long time ago. Now we're just trying to figure things out that we're dumber than anything else in the universe. But we think we know better than our planet. And we're going to fight to survive, to keep what little grains of sand we still have in our damn hands. We play in our sandbox too damn much that the few grains that we still have in our hands are the only things necessary that makes our existence in the sandbox worthwhile. Despite the fact it's colored with a hell of a lot of blood from everybody else, that we've been fighting left and right trying to keep this damn sand in our damn hands. We've lost it. We struggle to get it back, maybe new ones, and it's still bloodied. It's a hell of a way to look at life this morning, you know? How the human race has progressed. I talked about it like a damn miserable human son of a bitch. Sometimes I thought it was better if we actually were never even born at all. But if we weren't, we wouldn't be having this conversation, would we? This one-sided diatribe. Dialogue has two or more people having a conversation. This is basically a monologue, as the rest of my recordings are monologue. I'm trying to tell people what the hell's been going on. Both in my miserable personal life and also what I've observed these days. Yeah, I don't have much hope because I don't see much hope. I see the smiles, I see the platitudes. But what I don't see is the genuine. Because we're not genuine. We're lying sacks of shits. We've done that to ourselves. But if we had been a hell of a lot better, why didn't we treat each other better originally? Why did it take us so fucking long to wake up? I'm talking, trying to pick out a damn piece of skin flap. I'm so tempted of not showing the damn thing off or stopping the video, getting some video clip reset. I have to keep maneuvering pieces of this thing off my damn skin because it's irritating both visually and feeling-wise. Stimulus. And I have to be focused on a particular piece of extended skin flap that's driving me nuts while I'm giving my woes and whatnots on here. I'm fiddling around with my fingers to see whether or not there's any more skin flaps for me to mess around with. Story of my life. I mess around with my fingers and the skin flaps and every other weird oddity on my skin that I don't like. The skin's aging. The body's aging. It's tearing itself apart because of environmental and also internal matters. It's breaking down. It's showing scabs in different areas that I don't like. I can't get them off. Hardened skin tags that are hard as hell to get off until I bleed myself to death or maybe scrape it off one way or another. My memories and my feelings are all representative of that kind of analogy. I bore the crap out of people. I bore the crap out of people because of my own damn observations, my own damn negativity. Because I'm not quote-unquote happy, positive, joyful, or laughing my ass off. I'm not personality-wise where I'm telling people what they should do or what they need to do. I'm not even at the point where I'm telling people to go fuck themselves because they've already did. So why tell them that they've already done something? Why tell them about it if the task has already been done a long time ago? Maybe it's just not worth it. Some people try to look at false sense of hope. Sometimes I wonder if Jim was actually about it for ourselves. Because all the shit we've been doing to ourselves recently, last few minutes, last few hours, last few days, years, decades, centuries, millenniums. Define it. Despite all the good, or the technical good we've done for ourselves, all the junk we've put up in the sky, not to mention bury ourselves alive with, the memories of people that we've lost that we actually cared about, honestly cried over. Some things are supposed to be making things worthwhile. People we've lost in our lives. I wake up and I'm already feeling that way again. Guess I can't see past the end of my nose regarding how I think or feel about things like this. I have to be. What? I look at it on death and decay and I won't know our way of treating each other, treating ourselves. It's the amount of trinkets that we bury ourselves alive with. It's the stuff inside it. Did we actually bury ourselves alive with in there? Did we actually give a shit? Did we actually care about ideals? About physical items? Did we actually care about the people around us? Did we actually care about our interactions with them? Did we care enough to help this planet survive one way or another? Or we're still just nonchalant, blasé about things? those kind of days, it makes you feel like you just want to take and blow the whole damn place up. Leave it into a nice big gash thunder. Next, the other race comes over here, sees us charging whiskey. The only things left are maybe some few pieces of electronic equipment outside floating around in space that may have said a story about us one way or another. A recording, a record to sent to space that if built correctly, according to our instructions, if we made it into a language that they can understand, would give them the past or what we used to be like or hoped to be, a sampling of what the hell we were. All the things that are left of us, our calling cards to the universe, we're going to pieces of shit we are. And no guarantee that they're going to be safe out there anyway. No guarantees we were safe for ourselves or to ourselves. People want to put on a good show, put on a good face. I can't do that. I like it more right now. I'm wondering who've actually got the right to live or survive or exist alone. Because we can't even guarantee that to anybody else. Not to the next person who keeps pleading that we take him along, else they will die from someone else's hands. That's what shows what's in it for me. That's the thing that kicks my ass. What's in it for me? Selfish, self-righteous, egotistical, lazy bastards. What's in it for us? What's in it for the individual, for the group of people who are working and laughing their asses off? Because we see the other people laughing and doing the same damn shit at the ones pleading for our damn help. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off at the new generation. I'm pissed off at our own damn country. I'm pissed off at the human beings, period, that do this shit to each other. I think it's a fucking game. Human misery happening left and right. We think, what are we thinking? What are we doing? We're playing hate games with ourselves all the fucking time. The bug comes in here, kicking our ass left and right, changes our lives entirely. We have people bellyaching about their life and their liberty while we got hospital beds stacking and racking left and right. The morgue's doing the same damn shit. But no, we can't wear pieces of clothing in front of our face to protect our ass. We can't abide by certain rules or regulations or by guidelines that might save our ass. No, that's not our liberty or our freedom. People actually live long enough to see these damn videos, wonder who the fuck I am. Come across as a sanctimonious son of a bitch. Well, son of a bitch, alright? Not the son of a dog. I'm also a son of a bastard. A hit and run. I'm a brother to a SEAL. I'm a brother to a former vet that the country turned its back on. And I took care of his ass. Because a brother should do that to his family. Takes care of his family because that's what he was trained for. That's what he was taught all his life. Don't give a shit. All they cared about just a short time for a visit, feel sorry for themselves or for their family, and then leave. Now stay for the fucking long haul. Because they got things to do, they got their own lives. Me, I stayed for the long haul. Because that's how I was raised. I was raised to watch news. I was raised to understand the world around me. Even though I was a young kid, all the way through my adolescence and teenage and through college years. College years, shit. 20-something snot-nosed kid, don't know shit from shine all light. We're supposed to have high ideals and dreams and stuff. And what we do, we fuck over people left and right. Because we think we can. We realize, man, in the end, we're fucking ourselves over. Oh, we don't see it. Now we're thinking fucking ourselves. You may consider this a boring diatribe or a monologue. Be my guest. Turn the damn thing off. Go away. It's all it's good for, isn't it? Delete the damn thing forever and say fuck you all. I had to get the shot off my chest. I had to tell people what the fuck's going on. I may tell them in different analogies. This point over here that goes right over their fucking heads. It's on me, it's on them. It always has been. I'm trying to tell people what the fuck's going on with it. They don't want to listen, they don't want to give a shit, they don't care. A long time ago I tried to care. And it hurts like hell to care because it means I have to do something about it, don't I? Well, when you're feeling powerless about it, what do? You scream, you shout, and you yell at other people, and they call you other names, or just say that you can't do shit because you're a libtard. What the fuck are you gonna do? What the fuck could I do? Honestly. Some things are totally beyond myself, and I'm supposed to let it all go. I'm sorry, I can't. If I got any breath left in me, I'll talk about the damn shit. I'll piss people off. I hope to God I do. I hope I piss people off enough to make them realize their short tenure on Earth has long-term effects down the road. Affects your generation, but if you don't give a shit about that, fuck you then. And your generation that you have right now. And your past generation, how about that one? Because you don't care about the future generations down the road and how your actions are going to be happening. You might as well go tell them, go fuck yourselves. I'm not holding things back. I'm not holding back the language. Fuck it. Well, fuck you too. Because they're going to be thinking along the same damn mannerisms and the same damn attitude and the same damn mental deficiency you have in your brain. Be my guest. Go fuck yourselves. I have yet to see someone come to the door and say, I don't like your videos, I'm going to fuck you over. Well, for me, I got nothing else left to live for. Oh, I could shove my head with so much damn diatribe, so much damn crap, so much vitriol, people's versions of what history is supposed to be, and I come back and start quoting it out like a damn parrot. Or else I could try to analyze and put things in perspective and context to see whether or not if it's actually legitimate or not. The validity of our philosophy, the truth of it all, if it's inductive reasoning or if it's deductive reasoning. The kind of shit that you have to go to college to understand what you already knew it by common experience, by your own damn guts. But the history of our planet, written up in books, are you actually able to read and comprehend that shit? Can you talk to other people about what the hell's going on in your life? Are you that arrogant and stupid that you think you're knowing more than the next person ahead of you? That you can't learn, that you can't study from your own damn past, or from your world's past, or anything else about it? See, this is why I consider America like Rome. Gives it exactly the same damn attitude that we have. We know we're better, we think we're better, and we're telling people that we understand and we're better than everybody else. We're playing the same damn stupid head games like everybody else does. And we're no damn better. If we happen to get hit by some kind of gigantic meteor or comet out there and pull us out of our misery, I think it's a good thing. Yes, the way we're developing right now, we care about our own damn selves at this point over here. We might as well put ourselves out of the misery, out of the universe's misery, because we're no damn good. We really don't care about the next person around us, or even in the future, or even we call ourselves family or friends, because we're not putting our lives at line for them. We're not putting our lives at risk for them enough. We sure as hell can't think about that damn thing while we have a pandemic going on, can we? Would have been so damn simple. Is it so damn complicated to put a mask over your damn face? Or get an injection to keep you from getting a damn disease, or actually spreading the damn disease, or help being a carrier for the damn disease to people that you may or may not know or care about? You don't want to hear about it. You got your own damn political head games going on in your fucking head, so fuck you. Kill the human race, why don't you? Be a murderer. That's what you are. We get ourselves through these trying times, trying to be nice to each other. We can't even be honest with each other. If we be honest with each other, we'll piss people off left and right that we're no longer welcome in circles. We can't even value our own damn ideas and ideologies, our own damn monologues. No, you're not part of us. You're not part of them. You're something else. Get away from us. Get away. Go fuck yourselves. At times I get tired of this fucking world. At times I get sick and tired of what the hell people are putting themselves through these days. And I keep asking myself, why? Why are we doing this shit to us? And quite honestly, I have no fucking clue. No fucking idea. I lost track of that a long time ago. I lost track of that idea a long time ago. I don't know why we're doing it. Except we just don't give a shit anymore. That may be the only simplest reason right there in the first place. Is that logical? Is that deductive or inductive reasoning right there? Is that a conclusion or a premise that we have to get out of a fucking book? Is that commonly accepted? Is that practical? Yeah, I get sick and tired of us. I get tired of us and playing hit games all the damn time. I get tired of what we're putting ourselves through these days. I think I get tired of matching up someone else's expectations with who and what the hell we are. And I'm tired of it all. I'm so damn tired I can't even see straight. Or even think straight. It's well over 5 o'clock. I think I've got delusions of grandeur early in the morning when I go off in a retirement home. And I see the world still reacting to a simple plea for help. And we got people playing fucking hate games. A murdering group of people and bastards who want to think that they're the rulers of the universe, by graciously allowing other people to try to have the illusion that they're going to get the hell out, playing them like cats with balls of string, or cats playing with mouses. Don't mean nothing, not a thing. They're pathetic. We actually honestly believe that we're going to be doing such a wonderful job. How come we haven't done it in the first place? How come we're not doing it now? How come we're not getting over dead asses? Instead of talking about our own damn political careers matter more than anything else. I don't look at the good of humanity. I look at the rotten right now because that's more prevalent out there than it is what about simple human kindness. A soldier trying to get a baby over a fence to try to save its ass in life because of one particular family so desperate that they're willing to sacrifice themselves to save their only offspring. In a place that's going hell in a handbasket. Family, please, soldiers, take care of my child. Let him remember us. And that's what gets to me. But we hardly ever know about it, or we hardly ever care about it, because our own little world matters more than what the other person has sacrificed for. And the memory fades. And the child gets to be taken care of. Doesn't have a clue who or what they belong with. Hell of a life for them.